Okay. Zeta. The tech priest who sports the explorator emblem on his scarlet robe directs an unblinking gaze of his ocular lenses at you and says, in a hissing voice, salutary functionality initiated. Glory to House of Valencia's trade terminal Zeta 4233 move, property of the Adeptus Mechanicus Explorator Cognizance Fleet. Ready for processing coming request. State your request. Glory to the Omniscient. Who are you? Identification request accepted. Acceptable response found. Here and heed. This unit's identifier is Trade Terminal Zeta 4233 Mu. Designated purpose: procession trading, and information request. An offer made to the Adeptus Mechanicus Explorator Cognizance Fleet. State your request. Glory to the Omniscient. Where's Opticon 22? Information request accepted. Acceptable response found. Hear and heed. The unit Logis Opticon 22 was instructed to leave the location of Footfall and head to the strategic location Euphrates 2 in order to provide support to the Explorator Cognizance Fleet. After standard rites were performed on Trade Terminal Zeta 4233 Mu, it was deemed an adequate functional replacement and received the blessing to process requests at the location Footfall. State your request. Go to Omniscient. I'd like to make a deal. Fail to process request. Were you seeking to access the trading interface? Glory to Omniscient. Request to access the trading interface. Okay. Nah. Yeah, I maxed out, so I have nothing to give them. Engine ears? Okay. What the hell? Unwilling to die, the bar patron made their last stand right here. Acolyte of the Inquisition. Okay.
Let us not dawdle.
Ooh.
I always keep my options open.
What happened? Well, Shadeen, what do we have here? A cowardly Ashman who wants to get his paws on my certificate without even working up a sweat. Considering the circumstances currently affecting Footfall, the only fitting place this filth could be hiding is in the sewers. Okay, Jay's nose wrinkles at the very thought. A nasty spot with a powerful whiff about it. That is true, but I swear to you, Shadeen, you won't come up with a better trap than for Falco. I know these tunnels like the back of my hand. And the most delicious part of all is that the Ashmak choose to go in there. But he wish he hadn't, of course. That's only if the Azid does not mess things up for us and everything goes to plan. And if it doesn't, Jace breaks off. Her shoulders sagging under the weight of her doubts. If it doesn't, my gangs are dead, Shetty. One wrong move, one wrong word. Yeah, the throne damn that Ashmak. Why is everything so difficult? Perhaps I should just give him the Metagrium Tabula Officiae. Falco's not a complete idiot. He won't risk such a valuable payoff. He'll hold up his end of the deal and give me the Torah and the others. Jay Hidari, the certificate did not only grant you limitless opportunities, it also imposes upon you responsibilities to the Imperium. The certificate cannot be allowed to fall into Falco's hand. You know this. I do. Something breaks in Jay's voice. It even sounds to you as if you hear a grinding noise, as if an old screw has come loose and the rusty mechanism is screeching to it in protest at the assault. But Torah and the rest, they are waiting for me, Shadi. They're waiting. I'm not telling you to abandon your gang. I'm merely reminding you that the certificate is more important than the lives of the common smugglers. I too was a common smuggler once, Shadeen. Retorts Jay in an even tone. Don't worry. If things go very down there, keep the meeting as my top priority, okay? Explain your plan in more detail. The gist is that we need to go down into the sewers tunnel of Footfall, connecting a tank of sleeping gas to an old ventilation system, and direct the airflow to Falco's hideout, and, of course, pray to the Exalted One that Ashmak Jackal did not spot us. It's true, Shadeen. It's going to be a little trickier than it seems. Falco is desperate, so he's bound to have his thugs patrolling the tunnels. If we go crashing around down there, he'll know something is afoot, and when Falco feels jumpy, Jay's nostril flares from an impotent range. Heads roll. Where are we going to get a tank of sleeping gas? Jay stares at you, trying to decide as if you're joking and being completely serious. What do you take me for? I've acquired it already. Don't worry, I have everything covered. Okay. How are we going to direct the gas to the right place? We'll need to turn a few valves there, another couple here, and start up the ventilation system using an old cogitator. May the Exalted One preserve its machine spirit. Okay. Why are you making this so complicated? I could just go kill Falco. And doom my associates to death, not even giving them a morsel of hope? As you might give a crumb of bread to the lowest beggar, that is not all over yet. If you rush in there, you'll be as good as slitting the throat of every idiot who ever sold their loyalty to me. Okay, fine. How do we get to tunnels? Most of the passage has been sealed off by Corda's hounds, but there is one that's definitely they haven't they definitely haven't got to. Jace visibly perks up and winks at you. Time to pay a visit to Octi and the Adeptus MSX, Shadeen. Sure. To the MSX we go, Shadeen. Or do you have another pressing business to handle on the way there? The thick, sweet, rotten odor and the scent of incense mixed into a thick, nauseating stench. Inquisition trooper, goods, patrolling confessors. I'm guessing she's saying about this place?
I wonder if Cass and the Lord Captain are comfortable with... well, with all the Navigator quirks? The sharp claws, the delicate gills...
Hadari, stop. You can wonder about it if you like, but spare the rest of us and keep your thoughts to yourself.
Hey, what? Do not king shame me, okay? I'm in the Lord placed in the square. Saboteurs, patrolling confessors. Who are these? Okay, this one.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Oh boy. Okay. For Holy Terror, Cradle of Humanity, Emperor Domain, offer us their prayers. I'm kind of regretting this.
Always keep your eye on the price.
Can you go over here? Ah, damn it. I can't go over here. What are you? But the girl, she testifies it against.
Backup plan.
Change. Enver. Okay, that's the Enver thing. Trolling Confessor. Is that Drusian Preacher? Oh boy, what the hell happened here? Hieronymus. Let me save. Hieronymus' gaze is alight with awe. His breath in the smell of burnt flesh and promethium says to you, behold, noble Hyphosadine, as footfall transformed before your very eyes. In the wake of your toils, the den of depravity will once again become a testament to the Emperor's greatness, as it was originally designed. Does it bring you delight? I have found cryo vaults of people inside who were murdered by your comrades. Hieronymus sighs heavily and is silent for a while, then he replies, in a hollow voice, it was done on my orders. All my life I have been a confessor to lost souls. Now let me make my own confession to you. I seek no forgiveness or understanding. I only want to tell the truth. Apia Bestalcorda has imprisoned her heirs in those cryo vaults to stop them from challenging her authority. Incendia was among them. My comrades chanced upon this ice crypt. Appia's wicked design horrified them, and I thought if Saint Drusius had died in a martyr's death to be resurrected in faith, perhaps another could follow in his footsteps. I chose Incendia, as full of worms as her innermost soul was. It had not rotten completely. As for the others, I put them to death. For thousands of years of suffering would not have been enough to cleanse the stench of rot from their cursed souls. I sabotaged Incendia's cryo vault, and she spent 3 years conscious, blind and helpless. Her brothers and sisters recited prayer over her prison to plant the seed of faith in the soil I have weeded. I hid the truth from Incendia and became her mentor, setting her on a path of service to his will, and that was how Incendia, the offspring of a felonious heretic, became his vengeful hand, striking down the enemies of the Imperium at the cost of evil I have done. You're a fanatic who tortured and manipulated her for years, as well as a liar and a murderer. If you're accusing me, do not omit any of my crimes, for I do not deny them. Or I will not deny them. My confession is clear. I have bared my innermost self before you, and the truth concealed therein. You are free to do as you please. What is troubling your heart? Bad omens, dark night has come. Ships from the Imperiums barely appear. Okay. Rumors are expanding. Curses Xenos have rolled in their raids. They attack ships and settlements. Walk under the sons of the Imperium world like kings instead of cowering in the shadows. What's next? What adversities awaits us if such disgrace is happening already? He shakes his head sternly. There are more and more talk about how poorly things are going in the Expanse. Some days it seems like I can't take 2 steps without hearing some peasant pontificating on the matter. Even if it's as dire as they say, the Vonensis realm will not crumble under the blow of fate. No matter how devastating. Chin up, Lord Captain. There's no time to lose heart and lament your lot. Not only is your hope false, it is also dangerous. Among his servants there has been people of greater integrity who sully themselves in their attempts to rise above the rest. Okay, fine. Alright, Emperor protects. Yeah, I'm sorry to wonder about that. Tour, patrolling confessors. Mistaking mass of char, particularly char incinerated corpses. Smolders under the weight of fresh bodies.
Keep your wits about you.
I'm gonna squeeze them all. Every pesky little transgressor, every pesky little heretic. Enver. Wait, all of them are Enver? Okay. And who the hell are you? Heresy. Oh, so these are their crimes. Piracy. Heresy. Piracy.
Let us not door.
Violating curfews get you in front of a firing squad. Do you think no one will find out? Unit. Bureaucrat. How am I supposed to not violate it? After slaving away for 3 watches in a row, you could use some extra hands, but you burnt them all. Okay. So now you're also questioning the fairness of the Imperium's laws? Grab him. So you're gonna do anything? Nah. Descent. Okay. Oh man, this place is going to hell. I mean, don't mind if I do. Enver. Blasphemy.
A job for me.
Okay. Okay, wait a second. Where am I supposed to go down? Attach the gas cylinder, dispose of Falco. Difficult to navigate and traverse. It is sure to be Adeptus Amasakis. Can I actually go to the Adeptus Amasakis?
My options open.
Ah, crap. I have to see Corda first. Oh well. Whatever.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Oh. Wait, citizen? Hello. Enver. Enver.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Trolling Confessor. Incendia Corda.
This is intriguing.
Ah, crap. Have mercy, our families are starving. We only have taken a couple of Nutribars. Lies. I see clearly with my naked eyes the corruption that has engulfed your nature. Only the cleansing fire can absolve you now. Guilty. Oh no. Oh boy. Is this fire cleansing enough for you, you crazy hack? The Emperor protects me. Guilty. Burn him. Okay. So she has some kind of emitter field, that's for sure. Xenia Corda is observing the in reading a long strip of parchment. Her left hand is holding a silver spoon, in which she is carefully scooping up brain matter from the open skull of the man contorted next to her. Hyphus Dave from Valencius, I have been informed of your arrival. Scooping up brain matter? Are you eating someone's brains? Exhaustion has crisscrossed Incendia's features with lines. Her cheek is twisted in a continuous nervous tick, yet her eyes are ablaze with indomitable resolve. A brilliant aura of power and righteous fury surrounds her like a mantle. She gracefully brings a gold-plated inhaler to her lips. Taking a deep breath, and the fire in her gaze flares like a plasma thruster. What is this abominable act his daughter is committing? The sister of battle whispers incredulously as she stares at Corda's monstrous feast. There must be a reason. One look at Insidia's full-dress uniform shows that it has not been changed in many days. The collar is greasy, the lace are stained with sweat, the air is tinged with the smell of an inhaled stimulant that is used to give serfs the ability to work multiple watches without rest. Oh my goodness. Point at the man with the open skull. What is that? Insidia sinks her silver spoon into the man's brain and slowly consumes the revolting morsel. I must know the taste of a criminal's thought. It is how I learn to recognize their patterns. And does it help? I have deepened my understanding of the petty and odious urges that drive the weak-willed to degeneracy. I've learned to see these urges in their eyes. If only you knew that is what it's like to be familiar with every shade of corruption that lurks in depraved souls. Something wild sparks in her pale eyes. You know not the first thing about perceiving it, sensing it, peering into people's souls and seeing the hideousness therein. You do not know what it's like to look at their faces and see the brand of their impious deeds, but I know it all too well, and none will escape my wrath. I have encountered sanctioned death cults that practice cannibalism as part of their way of praising the Emperor. A surprisingly large number of them harbored heresy within. You have suspicion about me? Well, it is your duty to suspect. But do your eyes see a trespass here? No, I have committed no malefaction against him. The law has found its way to footfall, after all I see. Let's be sarcastic. Yes, it has. Albeit its journey was far too long, but it will never release its grip on this station again. I vow to see to it. The Lord Inquisitor has bestowed upon me the honor of bringing order to this cesspool of pirates and heretics, the red footfall of the corruption that has festered its limbs and turned the Imperial Station into a hotbed of free thinking and inefficiency, and I will not rest until all have been judged. It pleases me that you get the share of triumph for footfalls calling with me. What happened between you and Winterscale? Winterscale is a traitor. While the Expanse burns, ravaged by heretics and unhallowed Xenos, he abandoned his duty completely and had the nerve to ignore the Lord Inquisitor's call to battle. My servants are taking over his worlds and ships. While he is hiding from reckoning and indulging his base urges, soon enough he too will stand before judgment. If you and Caligos lost your minds, the Expanse is in a calamitous state, and if you're too busy settling scores, you must cease this at once. Yeah, let's do this. Negotiating with the Mad Dog is off the table now. He will merely laugh at your talks of reconciliation and execute your envoys. For too long has Caligos reveled in impunity and believed himself the king of his world. So you're in charge of Footfall now? Indeed I am. When the Lord Inquisitor enacted martial law in the Expanse, I offered him my support at once. Footfall was chosen as the Lord Inquisitor's headquarters, and the position of Footfall Liege was temporarily abolished while this war lasts, or perhaps longer than that. All authority was transferred to the station's warden, to me. While the Lord Inquisitor is preoccupied with matters of strategic planning, I'm tasked with security and order. And there is much to do on that front. Pirates and smugglers, apostates and cold traders, deserters and outlaws, every one of them warrants attention. Incendia cracks her net that must have grown stiff after so many hours of reading. Then she picks up another sheet. Everywhere you look, servants are buckling under the heavy stacks of new denunciations, warrants, and other documents. Chocolate points at the hapless assassin's corpse. I can tell you're quite popular with the locals. This attempt was mediocre and far from the first, but my enforcers and my throne kept me safe. Incendia pats the armrest and smiles. Its refractor field, yes, okay, is impervious to even tank shells. The thief Tokara had this sacred Drusian relic stashed in one of his storerooms. Okay. Whom do you judge? All of them. Thieves, smugglers, pirates, traitors, heretics, deserters, abattoirs, harborers, cowards, and predators. Any who has ever trespassed, any who has ever protected a miscreant or kept quiet about a crime they knew of, they will all be condemned. With obsessive determination, Incendia starts going through her papers, seemingly no longer aware that she is doing so. More and more convicts are being granted the great boon of undergoing servitude imperatives and having rid themselves of sinful consciousness, of serving the Imperium free from doubt and weakness. Footfall will once again become a bastion of law and righteousness. I will eradicate all heresy and prevent the faithless from giving themselves over to the good of toil in his name. How long have your court been in session already? Yesenia seems slightly perplexed by your question. She started moving, saying sentences from one stack to another, then saying uncertainly, 3 weeks. The court carries on day and night, so my sense of time eludes me. I mean, on one hand, she is doing some good. Like, there is a lot of pirates and smugglers and renegades around here, but... let's do this. And let my vow be heard. I shall not leave the station. I shall not yield to sleep. I shall not let my body be washed until every last criminal who hides in the lawless dens has faced his judgment. Maybe go take a quick shower. Like, maybe get some wet wipes. You know, just maybe. The universe is a terrifying place. We are surrounded by arch-enemies, machinations, and xeno-scums who deny us our right to exist. The threat is inconceivable, and human weaknesses will not help us avert it. If man is weak, I'll rid him of his spinelessness and feebleness, endow him with a sacred narrowness of mind, and eradicating all that prevents him from utilizing his whole self in the service of the Imperium. She's not lying. You can tell by her eyes and her voice, trembling with earnest faith, that Incendia genuinely believes in every word she just said. What makes you think you're entitled to govern the place as you see fit? Such is the law of Footfall. Any rogue trader who arrives here assumes the right of absolute authority. Surely it is not that cutthroat Tokara who deserves to rule this station. He will soon be hanging from a noose, and so will his Kasbalikan henchmen, and so will those Anvil firebrands whose outrageous activities brought Footfall so much grief. She looks at you with gloated smirk. Once you hindered my efforts to subdue this station. Okay, and yet here I am now, dispensing justice to the wicked. I only regret that I was unable to get started sooner. Then Tokara's troublemakers would have already been crushed instead of lurking in cargo bays and maintenance tunnels. Regardless, I will deal with them soon enough. Where's the Lord Inquisitor? In the Liege chambers, coordinating the Expanse's defense. His attention is focused on the matters of vital importance, and he is not to see any supplicants. The soldier wearing inquisitorial armor echoes Incendia's words. Your lordship cannot see the Lord Inquisitor now. However, he bade to inform your lordship that he will summon you later when the circumstances permit him to do so. We shall see whether Footfall will thank the Emperor for your reign. In due time. I will weed out all the taint that has bred here on Footfall for so long, and then pious fear, loyalty, and devotion once again becomes a pillar of the station under his watchful eyes. Sure. Okay, Incendia stares at you in amazement. You truly wish to stand trial? Very well, may your zeal serve as an example to the rest. Incendia leans forward and peers into your eyes. Her gaze, like a monk carrying a rushlight, wanders down the corridors of your soul's fortress, checking every corner in search... Wait. You say you're not... Yeah, just so I wish to stand before your court. Oh, so I'm throwing myself into the fire. And is checking every corner in search of the slightest faults or traces of corruption. Moments pass as Incendius conduct her thorough investigation until at last she reclines back on her throne. A weary smile touches her lips. I see no sign of taint in your soul. I have saying, you are pure before the Emperor, and thus I quit you and grant you his blessing in party. Go forth and bring his punishment to those who have turned their backs on his word. Okay, enough words. Yeah. In other words, your accused awaits, and so do my duties. Wait, you have a duty to the Emperor that you must see to. But damn Tokara, the deplorable rebel who once ruled this station, has slipped away from me. He is instigating the people to revolt, killing my servants, and hiding from my wrath with dexterity of a void rat. My informers claim that he has often appeared in the dens of unrest that bears the irrelevant name of Adeptus Amassacus. We have made several attempts to arrest him, yet he evaded capture each time. Reverend Hieronymus has gone there to convince him to surrender quietly, but his efforts have likewise been unsuccessful. In the interest of Footfall's integrity, Tokara must be apprehended. Together, we will make the scoundrel pay for his crimes. Let him drink the cup of his own wrath to full. A cup that our hands will deliver. The asteroid where the Adeptus Amassacus is located has been cordoned off, but my forces will take you there. I want you to lure Tokara out of his hole and seize him so that he may stand trial. Does this? Do this for the sake of Footfall liberation and pave the road for my justice will be tread. Some of the people you wish to execute are useful to me. I purchased valuable equipment from them. Scoundrels and thieves will be replaced by honest suppliers. Even degenerates such as Casablanca can be of some use in the coming crisis, but their willful leaders need to be replaced with more pliable and trepidatious successors. It is the only way for us to protect ourselves from being stabbed in the back. You pronounce for the damn criminal? Why wouldn't I? The vile rogue infamy is known to all. He patronized thieves, smugglers, and pirates. By his allowance, heresies and unholy cults flourished. Then he evaded punishment by This long can only be described as gross negligence, which I intend to rectify before long. Why did Hearing Nemo go to the Adeptus Amasakis? Reverend Hearing Nemo was headed where the rebels are seen the most often, so he could preach to them and sway them to repent. Alas, he still cannot see the difference between those who have erred and those who have beyond any hope of redemption. What do I stand to gain? No, I thought I was speaking to you, and yet I hear Theodore's words, greedy and full of hubris. You'll gain is the order that will come to this nation and its obedience to the Emperor, his law, and his stewards. I will drive the dam before this court. I never doubt you have stayed. The Emperor protects. But remember, Incendia's eyes flash maniacally. None of the rebel leaders are allowed to die before their trial. I forbid you to execute them without my leave. Oh boy. Mazor pattern Laskins. Sure. Wait.
For a deck officer, your physical fitness is impressive, Master Verseri. I take it your position as Seneschal is extremely demanding.
Young man, Rosette or no, stop lavishing these condescending compliments on me. If I were your age, you would be no match for me.
Okay, Outblard. Calm it down. Yes, the aristocrats were subjected to a long, hearty beating before their executions. Okay. So even aristocrats doesn't get, you know.
Is there money to be made?
Anything around here? Oh wait, there's loot. Oh, beautiful. Also, I remember I saw a body here. The soldier was killed with a sudden blow at point-blank range, quick and quietly. The soldier limbs had twisted at an unnatural angle. Someone broke bones and left him to die. Enver.
Keep your wits about you.
Contorted human remains are smoldering on top of a pile of books and architecture. The sign says Gordius Stockhoff. Wait, isn't he the... Gordius Stockhoff, the spy for the Xenos, took notes of the station's structure for sabotage purposes. Isn't this the dude I basically just say, hey, you can join my crew? Like, he's the one who sent me on the merry chase in Footfall, right?
Always keep your eye on the price.
Save the game.
Just as I
Bomb exploded here, most likely an improvised one.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
No mercy. Okay. What am I supposed to do now?
I always have a backup plan.
Okay. Martyr's Endurance.
I always
Hey.
keep my options open.
Arms, wait. This is Lordship of Valencia. Thought it was Cordes docked with another inspection. Stand down. False alarm. Okay. Oh, this is where I can
Is there money to be made?
the Dam's Mercenary, Razor, the Dam's Gunner, Combat Servitor. Oh boy, this is... Well, this is no longer a bar, this is a freaking rebel base. Nope. Look at yourself, huddled in this den like so many hunted beasts. In vain your hopes of salvation. You have no other options, Rizia. If you abandon Fort Fall to Corda and flee, where are you going to sell your goods? Or restock your supplies? It will just be a slow death for all of you. No missiles, no water, no air, so quit bargaining with the inevitable and follow the plan. Your plan is a suicide pact. You have no allies, no weapons, no nothing. The Dams and Razor notice you, and the old pirate grins sarcastically. You're trying to play above your league, Vecchemo. You're taken on a rogue trader dynasty with only a handful of cutthroats and a couple of guns to your name. I see your march to the gallows is more of a gallop. Turning away from Ryzer, Vladim's expression does not change, but an indistinct curse falls from his lips. Leashed Lakara, my greetings. Vladam replies in a ceremonious voice. My apologies for being unable to receive your lordship in my office. My present status imposed certain limitations on me. Greetings, your lordship. As for you, Vekimo, I got nothing to add. Your plan's utter crap and the kind of gamble I don't like. I'll leave you to think about your prospects and maybe realize that using my shuttle would be a better idea while the shuttle and I are still here. What? By the throne's radiance, Vladam, if you don't tell me this very moment what you and Falco are keeping my guys... The former liege interrupts Jay with a dry gesture. I don't do business with rats, Haydari, and surprisingly enough, I don't mean you this time. In that case, pray to the Exalted One that Falco confirms what you said before he dies. Disappointed, Jay takes her hand off her weapon and bows her head before you opiniously. Forgive my brazenness, Shadeen. He's all yours. Let's not do that. Looking for Vladam. The former liege looked angry and focused. You save her from station by gritting it. Okay. His coat collar is unbuttoned, showing the meshworks of ceramite reinforced armor hidden underneath. He's wearing a gun holster on his side. Now that Vladam has thrown off the mask of a disgruntled bureaucrat, his sleeves are rolled up, showing his old bandit tattoos. He's exuding the aura of imperious cruelty. How's the station faring? It turns into a kingdom of death, executing protesters, cracking down on corrupt traitors, and suppressing dissent are all good. Useful policies within reasonable limits. I use them myself. In fact, however, with Lady Corda, reasonable limits are a distant memory at this point. Fortunately, I've been preparing for that turn of events ever since the first time that hack tried to take footfall. You help us then, give me time to organize. I set up weapon caches, enlist more fighters, and delete my agent's data from the cogitator networks. When Corda took power, she thought she won, but the station was still mine, to an extent. My little army's waging war on the enforcers. We slaughter patrols, wrestle back detainees, and push those who collaborate with the enemy, or close to someone who does. The dam's ruthless smiles is like a jagged steel trap. Yesenia has her appraisals and I have mine. Everyone must remember that there are consequences for collaborating with the occupation force. I see your position of power has not changed you. Still the bandit you always were. But Damdra smiles tersely. Old habits never go away. I admit, I didn't exactly miss the days of my youth, but to find myself in that lines of fire again is invigorating. Your lordship, I'm asking you for help, not only on behalf of the not yet scared shitless part of the station's dwellers, but on behalf of the Kasbalika mission as well. My people and my organization asset are in a vulnerable position. Help us protect our interests, and we'll help you protect yours. Okay. What kind of help you're expecting from me? A general uprising will be doomed. The enforcers have isolated the asteroids. We can't strike out against Incendia. She had the greater numbers, and her throne refractor field will protect her from any attack. An insidious smile appears on the alleged lips. So we'll ask her ladyship to come to us, exploiting her overconfidence. If you want my blood, let her come and spill it. She knows we use the Amasakas as our meeting place. If you let the enforcers know that I can be found and grabbed in here, she will come. Partly with her throne in tow, I imagine. We'll lure her into a trap, kill her, and take back footfall. News of the Incendia's death is hardly going to please the Lord Inquisitor. Considering Calcazar has never once interfered in the station affairs, he doesn't care about footfall. This means he also doesn't care who runs the station. As long as things are quiet on it, I'm going to make sure things are quiet. Granted, he did give Corda a security detail, but if she's already, Tokara emphasized the last word, dead, and her death doesn't smell of deadly heresy, he likely won't bother to investigate. The Lord Inquisitor will simply entrust governance to someone who won't cause him problems, me. I realize it's a bold hypothesis, and the Lord Inquisitor may have me hang for Corda's death. My life is as stake as it is, so I might as well take the risk. Why would I take part in that? Because it is a critically important station and the Expanse is about to become a graveyard. Once commerce dies, merchants will turn to piracy. What else could they do? Connections between the worlds will be weakened, since Corda will make short work of astropaths as soon as she gets to them. And Corda, do you think footfall will be enough for her? No, she'll march on, perhaps to your worlds as well. Besides, the Kasbalika mission, and I am authorized to say this, will see your lordship as proven and vulnerable ally. Incendia Corda has nothing to offer you. While my organization's gratitude is guaranteed, between losing an influential partner and strengthening your ties with them, I'm sure you opt for the latter. What size force do you command? However much Corda would like to believe she kicked the Kasbalika out of footfall, she hasn't. We scattered all over the station, lying low, and there's still enough of us to cause trouble. A small band of my most daring cutthroat staff members who were by my side when I came to power, beside business partners who still remembered that any venture is only as reliable as the grip of the venture's hand on their pistol. Add to that the group of Xenos mercenaries which my colleagues from the Kasbalika missions have provided me with. A radical solution, I know, but they don't care who they kill as long as I pay them, so I have the means to pay them. We would have greater numbers if Reza wasn't so damnably cautious, and Hieronymus did us a favor and shut his preaching trap. Vladam grits his teeth and adds quietly, I would have long thrown the good Reverend for a loop if it weren't for the fanatical mob that would show up here to avenge him. What does Reza has a problem with? She has misgivings about the prospect of our cooperation. The old rogue prefer not to pick fights unless our victory is a foregone conclusion, and right now she seems to be planning on fleeing rather than fighting. She needs the right kind of motivation. What a shame. There's no one the cold bitch values enough for me to take them hostage. Why did Reza call you Vakamo? Old nicknames die as hard as old habits. I used to be known by that name at the station. The Vakamo is a myth, a malicious spirit stalking for prey in Footfall's empty sectors. Takara chuckles. I have a terrible reputation when I was young. Why has Hironima showed up here? He preaches repentance, but Dam remains stone-faced for a few seconds before giving in and letting a sarcastic smile form on his lips. Kora sent him here to make us lay down our arms and renounce our rebellious ways. But he seemed taken aback by the skill of Lady Incendia's purges, which opens up possibilities. If we put pressure on him, he'll bring over zealots who tear apart whoever he points his finger at. A useful man, I regret not establishing rapport with him sooner. I would understand your plan. I'm blinking gaze fixed upon you. I hope you find it promising. I would like to make a deal with the Casbalika. Regretfully, your lordship, I have nothing to offer you at the moment. My access to the assets you're interested has been temporarily restricted. It's going to put a bullet through a couple of heads for me to putting a bullet once again to be able to offer an adequate range of merchandise. Okay, so this is the thing. Like, the dam is actually, like, the Casbalika mission, they are, you know, smugglers and whatnot, but the way Korda goes at it is just, yeah, she's basically just insane at this point. Okay, and hold on, and the whole eating the brain part, nah, that's not me. Yeah, I will help you overthrow Korda. Every second of her continued rule will cost lives of hundreds of innocent people. The senator furrows his thick brow. I cannot say I approve of antagonizing Korda, but her methods being what they are, I definitely disapprove of assisting her. I'm glad that you are with us, your lordship. This is a fight we must be well prepared for. As a colleague of mine used to say, if your brain doesn't hurt from all that thinking of where to hide, you'll find out even your skull isn't thick enough once the fight is on. Which sounds especially ironic consider how he died. I'd like to ask your opinion on how prepared we are to entertain Lady Korda. Perhaps some of those gathered in here will support us. Racist people, Hieronymus' zealots, even Octaviana's regulars. We can use whoever we can get. If you think that it may be worth fortifying our possessions or preparing a few surprises for our guest, my people and arsenal are at your disposal. All you have to do is say the word. As soon as we're ready, send Korda a message saying I'm here. Let her come. We'll settle our differences in the Footfall way with a gunfight. Yeah, I'm gonna take a look around. Liam nods attentively and then looks out at the data tablet showing a map of the station's systems. He scrutinizes it with a pensive expression. Okay, first of all,
keep your wits about you.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Let us not dawdle.
An expected result.
Okay, barricades.
I always have a backup plan.
Another charge. Citizen, worker.
That's how it's done.
Okay.
The Emperor favors me today.
I always keep my options open.
Some mines. Let's do this.
Experience. Nothing matters more.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
So I can prepare really good. Okay. Chaplains for them agents.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Oh wait. Octavia looks tired but finally finds the strength to smile briskly. She pours 2 shots of the clear yellowish liquid with streaks of promethium in it and slices it one towards Reza. Let's drink to her infallible ladyship Korda's mercy and good judgment, whatever they are right now. Reza downs a shot, grimacing contentedly. You're quite the poet, Octi. Yes, indeed. One would hate it if Lady Corda's ill health affects our own. Have you, by any chance, run into Lady Corda's good judgment on your journeys, your lordship? The pirate laughs hoarsely. Oh, Octi, I missed that fiery sunset of your hair, Shadeen. Stop. Sorry I haven't brought any gifts today, but we're certainly going down another round or two. Get up, Hidari. You came back alive, and that's good enough. Octaviana twists her face in a skull, but her whole body leans towards her old friend. And don't beat about the bush. I know the exact reason you came to Footfall in such a rush, but Jay, you guys got killed, every last one of them, before Corda was even here. Some were found dismembered in the shadow quarters. Some become a heap of ash at the crematorium, and the lucky ones got launched into the station orbit by Falco so that everyone could see how much he despised you and your patron, if the rogue trader will pardon me for saying it. That Ashmuck. Jay's voice is full of anger and thirst for vengeance. No, there's still something he needs from me, so that's not all of them are dead. Or at any rate, it will be better for him if some aren't. Where is he, Octi? Speak. You know very well where. Octaviana waves towards the drab-looking door covered by a sheet of metal. The sewers are where the rats belong. You know, he was going to rat us all out to Corda, including Vadam. You should have seen Falco's face when Vadam leads the Inquisitor's dog to him first. Ha ha ha. Okay, let's just, let me save first. And let's talk. Yeah, Octaviana, we have a plan to stop Corda. Your help will be of use. And by we, the woman looks at you pensively, and by we you mean you and Vadam. He always has a plan, but it is by far not always the best plan. Why should we believe in your idea? Yeah, this one has a higher chance of succeeding. Octaviana looks away. It seems your words have touched a sore spot. You're right. Time is running out. There are barely any left. I don't give a damn what your plan is. I mean, I don't have any fighters, but I do have a shipment of non-human weapons, lethal, but with no guarantee of quality. Figuring out how it even works is tricky enough, but they'll still beat the junk for the dam's cutthroats are armed with. They can have a round on the house. Are you not afraid that your forces will come for you eventually? Octaviana smiles tenderly. If they show up, I'll blow up the martyrs' endurance before I let those butchers take me alive. And for now, I'd be behind the bar, feeling my roughnecks. It's a rotten thing for a captain to abandon ship, isn't it, your lordship? Some captain. If I were you, I'll scream while the screaming's good. I know you're attached to the MS Akis, but this hole isn't worth dying for. I have a shuttle hidden away nearby, so we could take it off right now. Calm down, Ryza. I'm not holding you here, so don't try to drag me away either. Ryza and I need to exchange a few words. Ryza casts a glance in Octaviana's direction, waiting for her to take a hint and look away, and says, "At your lordship's service." Your eyes pierce the pirate, and you sense that the burden of her transgression is so heavy that it will soon drag her under. Her fears allow a malicious will to sink its claws into her soul and tears it slowly to pieces. Your soul is full of corruption. You haven't been cahooting with the arch-enemy's forces, have you, Reza? What, you're like her ladyship now? Look, one look and you can tell the wicked from the righteous. I suppose it's easy enough to guess that a pirate has a misdeed or two in her name, but no one has ever accused me of serving the arch-enemy before. You won't, me, your lordship. Wait. As much as Reza is trying to turn it all into a joke, there's anxiety in her eyes and her hands is reaching unconsciously for something concealed under her shirt and her chest as if you're trying to hide it from somewhere more. Wait. The Emperor just does not forgive heretics. Mark my words, Reza, you're going to... Damn, I need a fanatic for this. Which I don't have. Yeah, death to the heretics. Good thing I'm not a heretic then. As you doubtly know, I'll be putting my hopes in your mercy, your lordship. Reza smiles darkly, trying to hide her agitation and bewilderment as her trembling hand brings an empty glass to her lips. Damn it, I need to... Oh, crap. I need fanatic. Which I believe is like the 4th or the 5th. Oh crap, that's gonna be an investment. Vladimir needs your help. Your lordship, his plan is the death throes of a cornered and condemned man who is grasping at imaginary straws. The Vectimo was once smart, shrewd, and wily, but now he's simply refusing to admit he's already lost. We modest dealers are no match for a rogue trader. It will be different, of course. If we were strongly motivated or had a rogue trader on our side. Reza looks at you straight in the eye, her meaning quite clear. Spoken like a cowardly crone, not a dreaded pirate captain. Reza flashes her eyes and scowls. Don't talk to me like that, your lordship. The time we are living in. Barely anyone in the Expanse remember who old Ryza is. I'm not getting any respect anymore. That means they need a reminder, and they're gonna get one. Hey? Oh, what the warp. Micro and I will take part in your little uprising, but don't ask me for details. Old Ryza prefers to keep quiet about the backstage side of her insidious and sudden strikes. Let's see. What do you got? Nothing good, apparently. Uses prime pattern shotgun. Okay. Okay. Dreadful Xenos. Suspicious Prowlers. You recognize the Aldari once you're free from the local Quacks collection. The mutant smiles with his five rows of teeth.
Easily done.
The decanter used to contain the cheap MSI, which, for the sake of attractiveness, has obviously been enriched with deodorizing agent. Oh. What are you clear on? Pitiful, okay. Citizen worker, citizen.
Keep your wits about you.
So let's talk to Hieronymus. Be safe. Okay, wait a second. Fanatic. Yeah, that's rank 4. Oh boy. Piercing resolution. Zealots. Okay. The Emperor protects young von Valesius. What has brought you here? Perhaps you would like to confess. Repent is the first step on the path of redemption. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. Have you sheltered a pirate among your brethren? Chaplain is deeply believing servant of the Emperor. Few are intimately familiar with human vices as him, and that is what fills his words with sincerity. His flock heeds and respects him. And as for all the hardened rascals and cutthroats who are part of that flock, why not? Our doctrine shun no one, so as long as they are willing to receive its word with an open soul. Rotten souls cling together, don't they, Reverend? Hieronymus bears his yellow teeth in archaic gleam. Indeed, I would rather call the worst of all scoundrels my comrades if they repent for their crimes than someone convinced of their own. Okay. Why are you here preaching among rebels? It's not the rebels I see. I see fools and malefactors whose weakness make them reject the law of the Imperium, who need of repentance and instruction. Have I come here early, perhaps I would have been able to prevent this heretical insurrection. Now what do you see, Rogue Trader? I see frightened people trying to save their lives. You're entirely right, but it is not their lives that they should be saving. It is their souls that truly be in peril. Reverend, I want to stop Incendia. Help me. Are you openly declaring your intent to move against an exactor of the Emperor's justice? And why should I, her mentor in faith, help you commit that act of treachery? The loss of Imperium is harsh, but not every transgression is punishable by death. Insidious thinks herself above that law, and that is heresy. You're alright. All our lives belongs to the Emperor, and no one has the right to needlessly take them away from him. People who, in this dark hour, think could have atoned in battle against the enemies of humanity are instead perish senselessly, robbed of their privileges to serve the Emperor. Incendia thinks herself above him, and that is an egregious crime. Now you have banished my tab. I will do what must be done. Saint Drusius Faithful will aid you in battle. Let's see. Can I? Yep. Again. Blade Wings. This opponent will not trigger attacks of opportunity. Commander's Chronos. Okay. Okay. Right over it. That's mercenary. Okay, I'm sorry to do this to you guys, but I just noticed how late it is for me. So, this is where I'm gonna leave it off. Thank you all very much for watching. And, what can I say? This is, well, it's bigger than I ever expected, that's for sure. I mean, I am gonna kill off Incendia, that's for damn sure. So, yeah. I mean, I'm just hoping what I do is enough to, you know, make sure she's dead. So, thank you all very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys and girls next time, because I need my sleep. Ciao.